my name is Casey and welcome back to Teaberry Farm. So today what I want to talk about is water glassing eggs. So we are now at a point where the chickens are laying less. And what do you do when they're not laying enough for you? Well, the best way to preserve those eggs in a healthy way is to water glass them. Some people have had success up to a year and a half, roughly like 18 months. So in our business, we sell eggs. So there's always eggs that are too small to sell. So the ones that we don't eat, I usually end up with a pretty good basket full every single week. So the ones that aren't going to get eaten, I always try to water glass them so that I have them for the times when my chickens aren't laying as much. I still want to be able to sell to my customers during that time period, so I am going to need eggs that I can pull from later in the year for us. So what I'm going to use is a half-gallon jar. I need eggs that are clean, no poop, no dirt on them, and also the bloom intact so they don't look funky. I have a few that are a little iffy, so I'm just not going to use them. You also need pickling lime. This is great. You can get it off Amazon. Our local store that does a lot of canning stuff, I'm able to get that from there. But super easy. Pickling lime, water, eggs, a jar, you're done. So what I'm going to do is I need 4 cups. So what I need is 4 cups of water for this, roughly. And then I'm going to need 1 ounce of pickling lime. So what I need to do is I had to get out my scale because, you know, makes it a whole lot easier. So I take out my scale. I use a pint mason jar because an ounce of pickling lime is not very much. It's about like right here. 9. I just need a little bit. 9.4. So then what I find the easiest, because a lot of things will tell you to mix the water and the lime in the jar and then put your eggs in. Well, it's such a cloudy mess that I can't really see to put the eggs in. Plus I end up having to use these. This is how I found it is so much easier. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my eggs to my jar. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my eggs to my jar. Now it's important to put the pointy side down so that the air sac is facing up. So you're just going to carefully arrange them. You're going to make sure every single egg doesn't have any dirt, doesn't have any chicken poop on it. I get some of these like really weird ones that I'm not going to sell, so I stick these in here too if I'm not going to eat them. These are very small, and I usually end up with brown ones. I do a really pretty color palette in our egg carton, and so I always end up with a lot of extra brown ones. Not that I care. Oh, that one's got some goop. Here's another weird one. They taste the same to me. Alright, so my eggs are in my jar, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my pickling lime into my measuring cup, and then, whoop, and it makes a mess. Every time. I have this problem every single time. Pickling lime is really fine. So I'm going to whisk it up super good so that it's all mixed up. And then I'm going to pour it over my eggs, and I want to make sure that there's enough water over the eggs. Yay, it just does make it. And then I am going to add an airtight lid, the one that comes with the jar, And then I'm going to take my masking tape, and I am going to write today's date on it so that I know how old this jar is. And voila, I'm done. Not really, because I have this many more to take care of, which will probably fill up another one, but it always amazes me at how many eggs you can fit in. I have so many of these. You can't just buy eggs from the store and water glass them because you think you're going to be able to prep and have eggs stored for the future. Eggs at the grocery store that are refrigerated have been washed, so there's no bloom on them, and they're yucky. So they're not gonna be eggs that you're gonna be able to water glass. If you have a friend that has chickens, if you buy fresh eggs from your local farmer, you can always ask, hey, can you make sure that all of my eggs are as clean as can be with no poop? I really want to water glass them. So I have a customer that I do that for, especially as we get closer into winter, because she does a lot of eggs and she wants to make sure that she has as many as possible. And I'm not always sure as we roll into winter how many eggs my chickens are going to produce. I added all the directions in the description box. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you're not already subscribed, please do, and also hit the notification bell, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye!